Hi and welcome to today's video where I have an unboxing of a Christmas beauty set that's recently been launched here in the UK, and it is by one of the legacy beauty brands, and there are several that produce beauty sets either regularly throughout the year or at least at Christmas. So you get the likes of not including them all, but the likes of like Estee Lauder, Lancome, sometimes Clinique, Clarins, and you get a lot of those brands that do have sets that do represent very good value for money. Now, a lot of people, particularly younger people, are chasing the newer cutting edge brands, but the legacy brands have been here a long time and have a lot of great products behind the brand, a lot of research, and this particular brand that I'm focusing today at Lancome has a lot of research behind the brand, and they have lots of award-winning products. So this is the beauty set for 2025. Now, I've not previously bought one, but they really have pulled all the stops out on this. It is the 90th anniversary of Lancome, and it's a wonderful set. This is a retail at £90, and it has a value of in excess of £400. So this is the European set. There is a North American set, or perhaps rest of the world set, that has fewer products in, and it's comparable in price, if a little more expensive, but certainly there's greater value in the European set. I am not sure why. I think there's 9 products, but there's 12 here, so that's quite great. Now, this was only in the last few days, or last week actually, launched, I think, on Sephora. I looked it up via Google and it said it was at Sephora for £90. So I went into the hyperlink and it showed up at £72. So there was a reduction. It said reduced. So I think there was a reduction on Lancome, a promotion. So Boots have this in the UK, and for £90 with a £50 spend. So it becomes £140. Now, which is still great value for money. In Europe, I believe this set, which is the same set, is around €200. So pound for pound is more expensive in Europe. I mean, you could say, well, with £150, you're still getting another item as well. So it is. We have had a very, very good value for money here. So when I've got it today, it took nearly a week to come. I did check overnight delivery. I pressed that. It took days and days to come. It took 4 days to be dispatched. So I really don't know what Sephora are doing, but I find all my orders are very, very delayed with Sephora. But I did get free shipping, but it said within 24 hours. That clearly didn't happen. So when I've gone and checked the website, it's gone up to £90. But I think Sephora are likely to have the 20% reduction for Black Friday and around that sale period. And also they will sporadically just launch 2 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours of sales with 20%, then 18, 16, percent reducing as time goes on in the day. So there will be the opportunity, I'm sure, to pick this up again. I think it will be popular though, because one particular item that was launched this year that was very, very popular over summer, which I will get to. So like I say, this is the item. So the artistic director for Lancome is Lisa Eldridge, and I think there is her mark on the beauty products and the makeup products, which is great. So like I say, I'm really excited to receive this. So it comes in a metallic pale pink outer, and it's a vanity case that can be repurposed. I wouldn't say it's the strongest, most rigid vanity case, but it certainly can be reused. And I shall show you, it's got like a polyester satin, and there's some of the products at the top. It's got 2 layers, and it has Lancome at the front and on the inside. So the first item actually is the cost. The cost of this item is the same as what I paid for this set, £72, and it's a Genifique, which is a product they've had probably around 20 years now. It's recently been repackaged, so it's had a facelift. I don't think the contents or the serum has changed, but it's a wonderful hyaluronic serum that's not just hyaluronic, it has, I think it has ceramide in as well. I won't say it's my favourite serum of all time, but it is still a lovely serum, and I have used it many times, but not in a full size. So like I say, 30ml, it's a great start. The next item is very popular. It's one out of all of this that one of the ones I'm not particularly interested in, because it's a fragrance I don't care for. It's La Vie est Belle. Now, I do like it on other people, but I think the problem for me is that it is a patchouli fragrance, and I strongly dislike patchouli. It also has strong elements of orange blossom, which I find to be quite sickly. So I don't get headaches, but I get sickly and nauseous with certain perfumes. So this is a 10ml, so it's a travel size, and its retail value is £29. So it's great for putting in a purse. It has a sprayer, and I know this is, I think, their best selling fragrance. Very, very popular, and I can understand why. And it does smell nice on other people, but I just can't appreciate it well on me. Then there is a skincare item that they have various different ranges. This is, I think, their top range, and it is called the Regenery HPN 300 Peptide Cream. It's 15ml. This is not a standalone retail price, but it can be obtained in kits in this size, such as this kit, but it's lovely to try because the full size is quite expensive. I think it's 50ml, so it's lovely to try this one out. So it's a daytime face cream. It doesn't have SPF, but that's fine. A lot of my day creams do not have that. Then moving along, the next item is a makeup item. In fact, the next few are. So I have the Sills Booster or Lash Booster. Now, I'm not sure if this is full size, because I have seen this is, I think, around 6ml, either 5.5 or 6.5ml, and in other Google searches it says 15ml is full size. Now 15ml would be a lot, so I'm not sure if that's an error, but this may well be full size. It looks like it is. So basically it is a lash primer, which I love because I have very thin, short lashes. The only positive is my lashes curl. So this is a big brush, and it's white, so I presume it goes on white, so you can actually see where it deposits the lash builder polymer. So that is, I don't think I've tried that before, or if I have, it's been a tiny gift with purchase, but I'm keen to give that one a try. It will go nicely with the Hypnose mascara in black, which is full size. Now, I think I have tried this in a small one. It didn't go that well because I think it had dried out. Hopefully this won't, but I have a number that I've acquired before this I'll be using first. But this is their Drama volumizing mascara. It does also lengthen, and it is a very dark black. Now, I would have preferred the Idol, which is a rectangular squarish shape, and it has rose gold and a black paneling on. I would wanted to try that one. I think that's more of a fluttery type, but although I do like volumizing mascaras. So this is full size, and I will show you the wand. So it's a fairly big one, not the biggest. It's fairly wet formula at the moment, but it's going to be some time before I finish that. And I think I'm not sure whether this is worth about £33 or £35. If it's half size, that would be 14 or 15, I'm not sure, but this one is worth around £33, so that's really, really good. And I will actually put these back, but they are difficult to get out, so I suppose in transit they're not going to get damaged. The next item, I've been intrigued with this packaging for a long time. So this is a lipstick, and it is in a matte formula, which is my least favourite of all, but I'm sure many will like this. It has a click mechanism, and you have to pull quite hard so it doesn't drop out onto the floor, which is great. And it is in the shade 274 French Tea. So it is, if I had half a brain, I would actually have put this on the lips instead of the lipstick that I've got, which is a Gucci one. But in all honesty, these are very, very similar in colour, except this is slightly more pinky, and I would say it's a soft matte. I don't know how comfortable it is, but it seems to be quite a sheer formula. It's coming more orangey than it is, but it is similar. I would say it's more pinky toned than this rusty red. It's showing up more peach. I would say it's more darker towards rust. The light is blanching it out a bit, and I don't have ring light on. So it does have a Lancome fragrance note to it. It's not the Olivier Belle, yeah, but it's slightly fragranced, powdery, perfumey, some would say, sort of note. But that is interesting. I'll certainly give that a try. It's a nice all-round shade, and I'm glad they don't put red in, because not everybody likes red, and I'm very particular with reds. There's very few that I will use, but this, yeah, very interesting, and I will certainly give it a try. Then, before we go on to the next layer, this is an item that I was particularly interested in getting, and ummed and ahed about getting it over summer, and this is worth, I think, £64. So it is the Idol Cafe Crush. Now, every year, or in recent years, they've put a large palette in with this kit, but this one was really popular this year, and a lot of influencers liked it. It is not the usual TikTok crowd, but people that do consider whether they go and purchased and really enjoyed this. Now, it is actually says with Sheikah Daily. I don't know who that is, but I would imagine it would also involve Lisa Eldridge, because she is the creative director for the makeup line of Lancome. So it does give you the colours on the back, but I was considering getting the palette. I'm glad I didn't, because it was worth waiting. So here it is. Now, I really do like the component. It's fairly weighty, and it looks an expensive looking component, better than a lot of high-end brands, other high-end brands should I say, and it has a rounded finish, very elegant, really lovely component. Now, the shadows are very glittery. They look like toppers. I'm not sure how much base they have, and I like a topper, to be honest. So it has, from what I can see, it has 7 glitter shades and 5 mattes. The top row are glitter. Now, the only one that I would say is more towards a satiny, or maybe metallic, not as pretty as that one, but there is glitter in it, and all the rest are very, very glittery. So the camera is showing it fairly true to colour, I would say. Really interesting, really love to try that. So the person who created this, Shakira, says, just like coffee, I like my look hot and spicy. Cafe Crush is my interpretation of a rich nude palette designed to flatter all personalities. The perfect blend of neutral shades from light to deep, infused with a secret ingredient only Lancome knows, a strong pink kick. Our utmost sensorial experience, indulging senses through a brew of highly pigmented shades and strong payoff. So I know quite a few people, including Kaki from Kaki Reviews. She loved this palette, and a lot of other reviewers who I respect loved it as well. So I'm so pleased that I've got this in the set, and I did hold off. There was, should I buy it? Absolutely so pleased with this palette. So I'm going to go to the next layer. So here it is. So they've stacked it very well. So the next item is one that I have used before. It's one of my favourite eyeshadow removers. It's just expensive, and I prefer to spend money on other items in skincare and makeup, but I do love this if I can get it. And now and again I do treat myself to it, but it is infrequently. So this is the Bifisal 125ml full size. So this is a lovely product. It is so good at removing eye makeup, or at least to my memory. It's been a few years since I've had it. Absolutely adore this. So this is a wonderful one for me. I also do like the Juicy Tube. It's been a long time. These have been out 20 odd years, I believe. I think from the late 90s even. And this is a soft pink. I think it's going to show up fairly clear. But I think it's one that most people could use. It's a topper. So pleased, and I know a lot of TikTok crowd have got back into this, but I remember this from many years ago. And then there is a toner which I have used, which is the Tonique Comfort Toner. Again, this packaging is rather challenging to get out, and it's difficult to push, because you can't from this end, but whoops, here it is. So this one is 50ml. I've had this size many times before, gift with purchase. And then the last two items are more skincare. So we have the Regenie Multi-Lift Nuit, so it's the night one. So we've got a day cream and a night cream, and that is 15ml as well. And then we have a eye cream. Now this is full size, 20ml. Now most eye creams are 15ml maximum. You do get some at 5 or 7ml, but 20ml is as large as you're going to get, and this would probably last me most of a year, but I use a tiny amount because I don't want to weigh my eyes down, my delicate skin down. But this is from the Genifique line, so that's wonderful. So yeah, I'm very pleased. Now this, like I say, isn't the most sturdiest, it wants to fall back, but it's certainly one that can be reused. It's a very pretty case, and it will hold its own when it's zipped up, I'm sure. And it's got a little handle, as I managed to actually trap my necklace in there. There it is. So it's got a little plastic cover on that. So they're all the items. So like I said, I'm very pleased. I think even at full price, if you were to go to Sephora at £90, I believe it represents great value for money. But obviously you have to be interested in these products. So anyway, can I say thank you very much for watching, as I do appreciate that your time is valuable, and thank you so much for spending some of your precious time with me. But let me know your thoughts down below. What do you think of this? Have you tried any of this? Is any you like, any you dislike? Have you tried the palette? I'll just reach over now. Have you tried this palette? Like I say, I'm very intrigued. I won't be trying it straight away because I do have a beauty selection each 6 weeks or so that I rotate through, but I am keen to give this one a try because I think it's a great all year rounder. Like I say, I do have another Christmas or festive beauty set to show you as well, but I thought I'd bring this one first to you in case you're able to get some good offers. Like I say, I hope you have a great day. Please do take care and look after yourselves. I also want to add thank you for people who have been watching a long time. I do appreciate your support over years, in fact. But also I want to say hi and welcome to people that have newly started watching. I do appreciate one and all. It's very humbling. But like I say, take care of yourself. See you very soon, and bye.